in good company. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel, Speed Culture Studios. Thank you very much for stopping in. It has been a long week in the Pacific Northwest, Seattle, Vancouver, jet lag, lots of driving, stuck at the border for 3 hours. I'm glad to be back in Greenville, and I think the AFE dry filters are finally waiting for us. Let's get to it. The car seems to be driving fine too after sitting for 4 or 5 days, so looks like the weekend's off to a good start. Package, let's do it. I just finished cleaning up the mess that my wife and daughter made, which I told them not to make, not to get this crap down while I was gone, but they went ahead and did it anyway because we needed it for the party. After a month of waiting, finally, we have the AFE Pro Dry filters. Put these in. Really nice box, actually. Cool texture, cool graphics. Let's open this thing up. Let's get it opened up here. Dun, dun, dun. Dry media, do not oil, ready to install. These things are really sharp looking. Got a couple stickers added to the collection. All right, here they are. They say these fit, so the size looks proper. They look to be really decent quality, nice soft rubber surround, so they should seal up really well. Obviously we can't tell how well the air flows through here, but it definitely looks sort of like a cottony material, and one could only suspect that it flows really well. What's the box say? Flows up to 24%. That's pretty specific. 24% more than stock. So I guess we'll have to pay attention whether we can hear a difference, feel a difference in acceleration, feel a difference in throttle response. And again, we're tuned, so we might not be able to tell whether or not the filters specifically change anything. And we're running high flow filters right now, although they are knockoffs, so we're not sure how good those actually work. But let's see the part number. If you want these, 31-10273-MA. Again, these are the Pro Dry S for the Infiniti Q50 2014, apparently to the 2019. And it says V6 3.5 liter, but it says differently on the website. I've been back ordered for a few weeks, so we have been waiting quite some time for these. So I'm pretty pumped to finally get them in. If you've seen the videos before, we've talked about the other options, can and drop-in filters for this car, but they're oiled. And the whole purpose of going dry and trying to find a dry alternative is because we don't want that oil, which we've heard instances of, that oil getting sucked up into the intake tubes and then actually gumming up the MAF sensor, so it kind of messes with your mass airflow and messes up readings and whatnot, so your car will run funny. And we wanted to avoid that, so that's why we went with the Speed Daddy. We were able to find those online on eBay, very cheap. Actually, I've been really pleased with them. We made some good power with them, so I don't really have anything bad to say about them, but I wanted to make sure we were going with something of some significant quality, at least to try them out, to let you all know that there is a dry alternative out there. So we're going to put these AFE filters in. Should be an easy install as long as they fit properly. Hopefully we don't have to do any trimming, but let's go for it. Engine bay still looking good. I like it with the engine cover off. Kind of sweet. Dude, check out my Hotchkiss sticker. Whoa, official. We gotta get those suckers installed. Stay tuned. I've had this thing off so many times in the last few weeks, it's getting absurd. And actually, my little clips are getting worn out. I need to replace them with something, maybe something a little nicer. If anybody has any ideas, let me know in the comments section below. Clean up the engine bay a little bit further. Try something a little different. Easiest way to get these out really is to take the bolts out here, completely loosen the box, the air box, and then loosen up your intake tubes and just remove that whole kind of assembly, and leave the clips on the box. Pull the box out, take the filter out, put the filter in the box, clip them back up, and then put your assembly back together completely. Easiest way. We'll see. One side done. Less than 5 minutes, I'd say. Just loosen these up because it gives you some wiggle room. It's not that you have to pull it off the throttle body or anything, but it allows you to wiggle the filter box loose and put it back together without any issue. With everything loosened up, pull it out of its little slot down below. And there you go, completely free. Also, doing it this way allows you to get the clips back in the little rings without breaking them when you're trying to force them in if you leave everything bolted down. Alright, I want to compare these filters quick. Right off the bat, you can tell a difference. And clearly, that difference is the number of folds. I'm not sure what words I want to use here, but you can clearly see the difference. So the Speed Daddy filters has 23 folds. The AFE filters have about 18 folds. Now, one could argue that the Speed Daddy actually has more filtered surface area for the air to be pulled through, and so it maybe has better filtering capabilities. Not totally sure. I'm not a scientist. To be honest, the Speed Daddy ones don't feel cheaper. Like you would expect them to be super lightweight or flimsy or something compared to these, and they don't. They feel pretty equal. If you take a close look at the material, again, this kind of looks really cottony, kind of fluffy. Not really sure how to describe this. More, I don't know, nylon almost. It's tough. Clearly they look different. How well they perform, I guess that's what we're gonna find out. Here we go. Hooks in the loops, no problem. Squeezes tight, easy, clips. Boom. All because your intake tube is a little bit loosened up. It's easy just to flex it, slide it into place. This fits down in the hole. Everything lines up. Perfect. literally is a 10-minute install. Super easy. I think these AFE filters were less than $100. I think it was $102 shipped to my door. They were on back order. I think they got them in stock now, so if you want some, I'll leave a link in the description below. Not sponsored at all by them. I wish I was, but I'm not. But so far, so good. I'm assuming they're going to flow better than stock. Whether they flow better or not over these Speed Daddy filters, it's going to be hard to tell. The car's tuned, like I said, and if you've been following along, you know. But you know, I'd assume they're higher quality. These are a knockoff, even though these are probably really decent for the money. I mean, $13. It's kind of hard to beat that. So I'll put a link in the description below to the Speed Daddy filters as well. But let's go drive this thing. See if we can tell any difference. First things first, right? Startup. Can't tell any difference. All right, guys, let's try this thing out. New AFE Pro Dry something. Dry filters, AFE. Sport mode, personal mode actually. Manual. Sounds decent. I think I can feel a difference. I don't hear anything different from the engine bay. Some people say they can hear their intakes. You're not getting that from these drop-ins anyway. But I can definitely feel, especially in the higher RPM range, throttle response is really snappy, actually. Not that it wasn't before. The tune obviously helped with throttle response, and those filters over, the Speed Daddy filters over the stock filters definitely made a difference as well. They really evened out the exhaust note. It didn't change the sound of the car at all, like some people think or some people have noted. I don't hear a difference in the exhaust tone itself, but it kind of seems to smooth everything out, and I'm not sure if it's because of the sheer volume of air that's coming in through these filters, or if it's just the smoothness at which the intake air actually comes into the engine. I don't know. Maybe we're overthinking it, but it does seem smooth. Acceleration seems a tad smoother. Maybe that's just wishful thinking on my part. I'm open to believing that, and I'm open to the idea that might be true. Everybody has a little bit of wishful thinking. They throw some new parts in, and then they're like, "Oh my God, it's huge! My butt dyno's telling me it's 27 more horsepower and blah blah." I don't want to be overcome or consumed by that, but I mean, it feels good. Little cammed Mustang. I don't know if you can hear that. Sounds good. Come on, traffic. Yeah, really digging the throttle response. Honestly, it feels sharp. I just really miss driving this car too. Man, 13, 14 days of being down, and then I was out of town for a week. Excited to be back in the car. We got a car meet to go to tonight too. The car looks like ass. Sat outside at the airport for a week, so we're not gonna park with the group. We'll park on the edges, just walk around tonight. So guys, AFE drop-in dry filters. Dry drop-in filters by AFE. Check them out, link in the description below. Again, not sponsored by them, but AFE, any representative from AFE watching, I'd take a t-shirt or something. Seriously though, super easy install, 15-20 minutes at the most. Really high quality drop-in filter, nice dry alternative to the K&N oiled. Again, stay away from oiled filters if you can help it. You don't want any of that oil making its way up into the intake tube and messing with your MAF sensors. It's better safe than sorry. That's my thing. And even if the K&N flows better, are you willing to risk it? And nothing against K&N filters. I've used K&N products for a long time. Some people argue that the quality has dropped over the years, but I've always had good luck with them, so nothing against them. But I just wanted to stay with a dry alternative. I don't like the idea of any type of oil or substance working its way into the intake tubes, and you don't want to be replacing MAF sensors when you don't have to. They're not cheap. You just don't want to mess with them. They're pretty sensitive parts. So the more you can stay away from them, the better. But again, $100 shipped to your door. AFE Pro S Dry, something like that. Good quality dry drop-in filter. Check them out. The car feels a little bit snappier. I had some great results with the Speed Daddy filters, but truly, honestly, the car feels a little bit, I don't want to say faster. We didn't really push it. I want to get out and do some more draggy pulls. But the throttle response was, I'm going to say, definitely improved. I was pleasantly surprised, actually. I didn't maybe seem too excited about it when I was driving, but I think it was trying to analyze what I was really feeling. I haven't driven the car for quite a while. Again, it was down for 13, 14 days, and I drove it for a couple of days and then was off for a week, and I just pulled the car. I brought the car home from the airport. And then pulled it into the garage and did the install. So I think I was kind of surprised that I was feeling a little bit of a difference, and I was just kind of trying to soak it all in. But I really think that there's a difference there. We'll test it out again. We'll get the draggy out again coming up here and really see if we can get below a 4.9 0 to 60. We'll know that the retune is worth it. We'll know that these AFE drop-in filters are worth it as well. But enough of my rambling. I'm going to sign off, but I'll end here with some footage from the car meet tonight. Always a good turnout. Always some cool cars coming through there. So stick around through the end. Take a look and see what we see tonight. Thanks for watching, guys. Appreciate your support.